All right, people, I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. It's a beautiful day here. It's going to be lovely today. So how are you? How's your practice? You guys know that doctors and lawyers call their business a practice? And they do that because you can't ever, you're working with human beings. You can't perfect it. So how's your practice? Anyway, L'chaim. I'm a Dr. Pepper fan. All right. So I got a call from my buddy Kevin Bane, a great grower. He told me he had some great pepper he wanted me to check out, and I was all about that. So what he sent me was, he has a couple. I have one I'm going to show you tomorrow. But today I'm going to show you this. It is called a Coffin Nail. I'm your huckleberry. Isn't that a great expression? I'm your huckleberry. You guys know where that came from? You guys know where it came from? Tombstone. Doc Holliday says, I'm your huckleberry. You guys know what that means? It's pretty cool. I don't know if it's even true, but it makes for a cool story. So here's the deal. A huckleberry. There's lots of different nails, and there are different names for the nails. You guys know that? And again, I don't know if this is true, but if it's not, oh, it should be. So there's different shaped nails, and they all have a different name. And then when they would bury somebody, the last nail that they would put in the coffin was a nail that was curved like this, and they would drive it in, and they were expensive, and they would only use one per. It was the last nail that they would put in the coffin, and the reason they would use that nail because it was curved. There's no way it could come apart. It would hold that coffin in. So he says, I'm your huckleberry. He means, I'll be the last nail in your coffin. So that's what we're going to do is we're going to have a... That was pretty cool, wasn't it? People will have questions. So here's the huckleberry. What a great looking... here's the huckleberry. Here's the coffin nail. This is a coffin nail. Let me tell you what this pepper is. Kevin Bane is amazing. Thank you, Kevin, for this pepper, for allowing me to eat it. I'm your huckleberry. All right, so the coffin nail is a Fatale Gourmet Jigsaw crossed with a 7-pot brain strain, crossed with a Reaper and a Moruga. So it's got tons of the genetics in this pepper are stupid. They're amazing. So we're going to eat this thing right now. So, Kevin, thank you for saying this to me, bro. A Coffin Nail. It's a great name, right? So isn't that Huckleberry story cool from Tombstone? No, if it's not true, who cares? But it should be. There are certain stories that, whether they're true or not, they should be. Like the little kid, like Babe Ruth pointing to the kid in the hospital would hit a home run. I don't know if that's true. That people have said it's not. I want it to be true. It's true in my head. All right, so here's the center of the, wow, look at that. It's a cool looking pepper. Cool enough that I think I'm gonna take a picture of it. Coffin Nail. I'm gonna call this the Huckleberry for short, just because it sounds cool. Here's the, wow, smells strong. Here's the interior of said pepper. Look at that. All right, the Coffin Nail. And one more time, in case you're keeping score, the Coffin Nail is a Fatale Gourmet Jigsaw, a 7-pot brain strain, Reaper, and a Moruga. So the genetics on it are just lovely. Thank you, Kevin Bane. My name is Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. What a weird pepper. I don't know that I've had a juicier pepper relative to the size of the pepper. That was so juicy. It was crazy. The flavor was amazing. It was super fruity. That was a really lovely pepper. It's hot right away, so it's not like a ghost pepper burn where it starts really slow and you're like, it's not so bad. It's like right away, it's pretty warm. It's a throat burn, kind of a tongue burn as well. A couple different peppers, different kinds of burns. There was a slight floral and slight bitter. It was really just an absolutely lovely pepper, but the shocking thing about it was the juiciness. By the way, Matthew Arthur sent this shirt. Thank you, Matthew. You're a stud, man. Anyway, it's very weird. It was just so juicy. It was way juicier than I expected. I never expected that. Kind of fun, right? I don't usually drink after. I'm going to have a sip. Authentic blend of 23 natural flavors. Did I ever tell you what those 23 natural flavors are? I think I Googled it once. It's like vanilla and all kinds of stuff. Okay, so the burn, I'm not really detecting it so much in my mouth anymore, but my throat, not so much here or here, but right in here is still burning. Just a fascinating pepper. I've never tasted a juicier pepper. It almost didn't look it. We all looked inside, right? It just seemed far more juicy than I expected. Weird. I think the burn has, I think it's leveled off and plateaued. If you're a chili head, it's just a fantastic pepper. Super juicy, fruity, great flavor, and a nice burn. If you're a chili head, it's going to be something like a 7 or up in heat. You'll have some people, especially at the end of the pod season, you'll have some hardcore chili heads that'll call it a 6, but it's kind of a 7. If you're not a chili head, you wouldn't. Here's the thing, honestly, if you're not a chili head, you'd say Scoville's a liar. It doesn't taste fruity. Certainly juicy, but it doesn't taste fruity. You wouldn't detect the things that I'm detecting. So it's one of the reasons, I talked about this yesterday, it's one of the reasons to get your tolerance up. You'll taste more. In fact, we started a series yesterday called the Jalapeno series, Jalapeno tutorial series, where we're teaching brand new chili heads how to eat a jalapeno. We start small. It's a 6-day series. Day 5, we're all going to eat a full jalapeno, and day 6, we're going to go back to the first day, and you're going to be stunned at the difference. You'll watch the video, you'll understand. But there's another one of those coming this afternoon. But if your tolerance is high, you'd really enjoy this pepper. Really, just stunned by it. Now there's a few more coffin nails in there. I'm going to eat a few more. Now the other one he sent me the Moab. Let me see, Moab, not Moab, hang on a minute. It's Moam, M-O-A-M, which stands for the mother of all morugas. And they are beautiful. Wait till you see those. So, I'll be doing one of those probably tomorrow. But that was the coffin nail, or your huckleberry. I'm your huckleberry. So the burn is gone, so it kind of peaked quick and came down quick. Just because that happens to me isn't necessarily going to be your experience. That happens to me because it's the end of the pod season. My tolerance is really high. The higher your tolerance is, you'll get to peak and back down quicker than, like the end of the season, I get to the top and back way quicker than the beginning of the season. Pardon me, that was rude. And that was odd. It makes sense because it has moruga in there and everything else. But initially there was a mouth burn and a throat burn. The mouth burn disappeared and the throat burn took over. But that was a great pepper, Kevin Bane. All right, so look to see the mother of all morugas coming tomorrow. Join me this afternoon for the second of the 6-part series on eating a jalapeno. We're going to do it together. We'll do it live. Anybody? Bueller? Okay, we're going to wrap it up now. Do me a favor. Be kind to somebody today. Tell somebody you love them. You know, what are we here for if we don't do that? In the description box, you're going to see a link for Kevin Bane. Great dude, a creator, not just a grower. They're growers, and there's nothing, if you're just a grower, and I shouldn't say just, if you grow peppers, more power to you. If you create peppers, pretty cool. He's one of those guys that creates pretty exciting stuff, and these are really cool peppers. So thank you, Kevin Bane, for reaching out to me. Love you as always. Right here, you're going to see my son, Johnny Scoville Jr., and the lifeboat. If you've got past trauma or something that a habit, something that you're trying to put in your rear view mirror, if you're tired of living by accident and you'd like to live on purpose, please check out the lifeboat. It's a great channel where you'll get it's judgment-free support. No one's going to look down their nose at you. So there's something really, if you got something going on and you can type it into a text, into a comment, even if it's anonymous, there's power in that. It's freeing. And once you start talking about things, you can overcome them. So if you want to put something in your rearview mirror, go to the lifeboat. Up on top. I'm not even sure what's going to be up on top. There'll be some cool videos up on top, so please check them out. Thank you for hanging out with me. My name is Johnny Scoville. I'm your Huckleberry. This was Chase the Heat.